lines out the door. It maybe happened during the busy seasons, on the weekends and the weekends only. But March of last year brought it. Okay, it's almost 5-6 days a week now, and when you fill the restaurant up in less than a minute, it's pretty intimidating because you try to make everybody happy, but it's like I said, if you don't have a good, efficient infrastructure, it's tough. But yeah, honestly, it's intimidating. It's intimidating. So.
Y'all are up to the task.
Well, I appreciate it. By God's grace.
I sit out there whenever we're waiting, and they're like, "Have you ever eaten here before?" "Yeah." "What do we get?" I said, "Well," and I go through a couple of things I've heard other people order.
Have you received the commission check in the mail yet?
No.
It's coming.
So hey, it's J&R Texas here with one of our favorite places, Fredericksburg, Texas. Not one of our favorite places. This is our favorite place to eat, Pasta Bella Restaurant. And we're here with Sean Puwox, the owner, operator, busboy, cashier, sometimes waiter, host.
Jack and Jill of all trades.
Jack and Jill of all trades, does it all. Sean, thank you extremely for your time.
My pleasure.
And for
My pleasure.
sitting down with us. So our first thing is, we're just going to get the stats out of the way, and then we'll get to the good stuff. So what brought about Pasta Bella? How did this idea happen? When did it happen? What was your inspiration?
I don't want to make a short story long, but just in a nutshell, growing up in the big city of Houston, my wife and I, jumping from Houston to Austin to get out of the big city, and then getting married, having our first child in Austin. Didn't want to raise our first child, in a big city environment, so we jumped to Fredericksburg, a much smaller community, and just decided to raise her there. And moved here without a dime to our name, and really still don't have a dime to our name. But I waited. We had no earthly idea what I was going to do to make ends meet for the family. So I waited tables, which I've done since the early '90s for an outfit here in town, and for about 10 months to a year, and just to bring in the dough, so to speak. And then driving home one night, I just came down this road, which I never do, and saw this place for rent, and just kind of did a double take and parked across the street and just kind of, jaw was on the floor because I saw this place had so much potential. It was for rent, empty. And I went home, told my wife, and came to look at it. About a week or two later, we talked to some of her family members that are in the restaurant industry, and they came up to see what they thought. And backing up to what we did to supplement our income to provide for our family here in town, my wife baked desserts for culinary restaurants while I waited tables. So, we thought, hey, this could be a great baker. Had no intention of the restaurant. And so her family that came and gave us their 2 cents, said, look, the bakery's not going to cut it back in 1998 here in town to provide you the income you need, let alone keep the doors open. I said, what do you think about a restaurant? I'm like, cool. After her family decided to invest in us, took all the recipes from home, and 4 months later, back in late '98, Pasta Bella came. So it's been a white knuckle ride ever since.
So we kind of touched on a little bit earlier, but in '98, just what was Fredericksburg like?
It was
kind of what have you seen since '98 till now?
The Chamber of Commerce, from my understanding, started advertising this town, promoting this town, marketing this town as a tourist town back in the '70s. And somebody that I knew on the Chamber back then, of course I didn't know them in the '70s, but I know them, they were on the main board back then. They say now, it's at the point where they never even imagined.
Right.
And first time I ever visited Fredericksburg was in May of '93. And it was a tourist community. It was pretty busy. And so, coming into that, when we moved here in '96, '97, it was always been a tourist community, but extremely seasonal back in the late '90s, where January, February was totally dead. Back to school season, right before the fall, craziness was totally dead. The way the town has progressed over our past 21-year history is it's gradually become a 10 to 11 month town, and now it's almost a 12-month year town. Where not only during the weekends, but now it's become like a 6-7 day a week, 12-month a year town. So that's how we've seen it progress, and it's been good for business. And it's not just us at Postabella doing something right and the rest of the people aren't. This entire town has gone off the charts this past 2019. In 2012, we just saw them coming in, and then every year leading up to 2019 was ratcheting up as far as volume. Not just us, but I see what's on Main Street.
Yeah.
And then March of 2019, last year came, and it was like, okay, you're here. It's here now.
We make it out of usually once a year, and I think on our way back last year, we noticed I think there were 3 new wineries between here and Johnson City.
Oh, gosh.
And you kind of mentioned a little bit earlier about just how the wineries have kind of driven or helped. The Chamber of Commerce, of course, deserves a lot of
tons of credit.
But just that, from what we've been able to see just from the outside looking in, that's taken on a life of its own. Another question I had, I'm going to skip around a little bit.
Sure.
Well, actually, let me back up a little bit. You said y'all brought recipes from the family, so is that like grandma, mom, aunts, uncles, or is it all of those?
It's my wife and I. The input as far as the recipes was, we love to cook at home. And when we got together in March of 93, my wife and I, we just had a passion to cook, love food. And she was a bartender at the restaurant that I met her at. Of course, she fell madly in love with me. You know how that is.
Absolutely.
But no, she was a bartender, I was a server, deadly combination. And but yeah, just being together and loving food and having fun, loving the restaurant industry. Just kind of like I said, we've developed the recipes over the years, and in fact, she gets a lot of credit. She deserves tons of credit because she designed the main menu in the beginning. I was the main floor guy, and I'll handle everything out here. You handle the kitchen, and so those were our duties. Yeah, the recipes. Yeah, she deserves total credit. I mean, the main dish that we have is the most popular dish for our entire history. She came up with that.
That was one of my questions. Which dish
That
is
is a
that?
dish we don't get fancy with the Italian names. It's a dish called the number 3. We call it the Postabella original.
The number 3.
Yeah.
That's our go-to.
We usually split that way.
Yeah.
However, the last time I was in here, I did the
Fresh spinach?
The sausage bake.
Oh,
the
sweet.
pizza.
Oh, breadless pizza?
Yes.
Thank you.
Number 3 is our go-to.
Yeah, she deserves the credit for that. And also there's a dish right after that called the number 4 on her menu. She came up with that one like the night before we opened in October 20th of 98. So we just needed a spot for a seafood dish on the menu for pasta. Yeah, so I came home and after building the tables, I think one night, trying to get the place prepped to open the next morning, she's like, here, taste it. I'm like, oh yeah, right on. So yeah, she came up with one dish like right before we opened the restaurant. So.
Yeah.
And the menu has since progressed. I mean, we still have almost the main, definitely the main menu from when we began, but I've come up with other things to kind of, lure people in.
Right.
Tickle their taste buds, so to speak.
Right.
So, but yeah, she deserves tons of credit.
We're just out of curiosity. How much Alfredo do you guys make on a regular day?
A lot. Yeah, a lot. Yeah. And we fight for that. People like it, and very thankful that they like it. I mean, they like what we like to eat.
Right.
It's just the neatest thing. But yeah, I fight for that Alfredo. The heavy whipping cream that we use, you get distributors, you get companies that will change their recipes every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
When that happens, it's like, excuse my language, but all hell breaks loose, because it changes our recipe.
Exactly.
So and so we've got to go searching around for who's got what we need to get to present to y'all what y'all taste buds are used to.
Sure.
So
Well-
but yeah, we go through tons of Alfredo.
Yeah.
For a very good reason.
And I think every Italian restaurant does. That's everybody knows Alfredo.
Right.
So
Well, see, that's the thing. Everybody does Alfredo, but they don't all do it like pasta bella.
Oh, we appreciate it.
I mean, I'm just sold on that dill, the
Lemon dill cream sauce?
yes, that
that's
lemon
good.
dill cream sauce is just out. So you kind of talking about suppliers. That was another one I was going to ask you. I noticed you had I think a craft beer from here in Fredericksburg. Y'all were serving.
Yes, also phenomenal beer.
Right. And then I'm sure Texas wines are on your wines list. So do you guys try to incorporate even some like maybe local farmers or farmers markets, produce, things like that, or?
Would love the opportunity to.
Right.
But not to jump down a rabbit trail back and forth, but the price points on our menus, we try to keep them as low as possible, but still
Right.
make a profit, of course. And strictly for the reason, the main goal for us opening the restaurant was to offer a different type of food to the clientele, the customers, the locals, at a price that they could afford to come out and eat 2, 3, 4 times a week.
Right.
So that was our main goal.
Right.
And so the price is what I'm getting at. So the price that you buy your inventory from, you've got to watch your overhead, your food cost.
Exactly.
And so farmers markets we'd love to shop at, but the prices on our menus would have to go upwards.
Yeah.
So that's the main reason
Yeah,
we don't
that-
shop at farmers markets.
That organic tag.
Yeah,
tends
and
to
not just
jump
organic. I
through.
mean, I'd love to have a fully organic restaurant, but I don't think it would fly in this town because,
Right.
you'd be spending $20-30 for an entree.
Right.
That would be this size.
Yeah.
Just to make ends meet. So, yeah.
Yeah, but you're still, like you said, you're still offering the local craft breweries and the
Oh, totally.
Texas
yeah.
wines.
As long as their prices are where, we want
Right.
to, where we can make a little bit of profit and save y'all tons of money.
Yeah.
Allstat, phenomenal beer.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I missed a question or two. We do have a personal question, and we need your just sheer honesty on this. Okay, it's Sean's birthday, not today, but I'm just saying. Hypothetically, it's Sean's birthday. What do you come in and order? What's your go-to dish here at Pasta Bella? Appetizer, dessert, entree.
I go to Whataburger. I go to Whataburger.
Really, Waterbury.
Yeah. Saturdays, I work tons.
Mhm.
I mean, I work now 21 years later after we opened, more so than I did when we first opened.
Mm-hmm.
And so Saturdays are my treat myself. I try to eat healthy, ride my bike quite a bit. And so Saturdays are my treat and I splurge.
Yeah, and
but
you
it's
go to
Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Yeah, so, and then
Okay.
my birthday, I would say, hey, if anybody wants to take me anywhere, give me a present, give me a gift certificate to Whataburger.
Gives certificate. So what is it at Whataburger? What's your go-to?
Double
sandwich?
meat, double cheese, jalapeno bacon burger.
Oh, jalapeno bacon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cut fries, maybe onion rings at the same time. And,
It is a treat,
yeah, I
yes.
rarely drink Coke, so probably a strawberry shake too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, we're gonna be back for dinner, and I'm just gonna speak for a lot of people that I've told outside the door waiting back in Houston where we're running around. I just want to say thank you. You're just the way you deal with customers, and like you were saying, just the love of cooking.
It shows.
It comes through on the plate.
Excuse me for interrupting. It's more than just cooking. I mean, it's fun. Coming up with new recipes that tickle y'all's taste buds, and for people to enjoy what my wife and I serve our kids at home, that's just a trip. I mean, it's the neatest thing. Gives me chicken skin. And I thought about this before y'all came. What's my intention of being brutalized? In the industry, because it's a brutal industry.
It's rough.
14, 16, sometimes 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
6, 7 days a week. And I'm like, my intention is just to make people have fun. I mean, y'all work darn hard. Everybody that eats with us works darn hard, 40, 50, 60 hours a week. And they come to choose to spend their money here. I just want to create like a Disneyland-like experience for everybody. Not just food, but it's like, I hate going to restaurants and it's like the server doesn't care about you. They're just looking
Right.
at you as a dollar sign. And I'm like, I don't. You treat the clientele like royalty. The money will come eventually, but don't make it your primary goal to make a buck off somebody.
Right.
Just treat them like people. So, and that's my goal is just to, people come in with frowns, it's my goal to make them smile as they leave or before they're leaving. So, that's the fun part of the business.
Yeah, well, we always tell them when we're outside, they're like, well, they don't open for this long. It's worth the wait. Like,
We appreciate it.
I'm telling you, if you leave right now, you'll lose your spot. So,
Like I said, the commission check won't be nice. But no, it's a blast. Thanks for letting us take care of you and your taste buds.
no
for so
problem.
long.
Thank y'all so much thank you for sitting down with us. We really appreciate
My pleasure,
it.
man.
All right, buddy.
You want a glass of wine? Sorry, we're done.